Okay, so my biggest recommendation when prepping for the bar exam is to, one, treat it like a job. Expect to do it 9 to 5 every day. Be okay taking practice tests or practice essays without fully knowing the subject. In no world will you know every single thing on the bar exam. That's not gonna happen, that's not realistic. You're gonna have to muddle your way through some problems, and that's okay, but get practice doing that so that you don't feel as shocked on the bar exam when it inevitably happens, because you won't know everything.
I started studying early. I started slowly and ramped up. It gave me a buffer if I wanted to take one day off or a half day. I had that leeway to do that and give myself the rest I needed leading into the exam.
For essays, I would give myself a rough estimate, like you have 30 minutes to do this, 30 minutes to do this, and you have to move on. Now, some essays I took 29 minutes and some were 31, but I would look up at the clock and ballpark, like this is how much time I have to get this done, because if not, it's not gonna happen.
I studied the way that I always studied for exams. I was never a flashcard person, and even though there were a lot of my friends using flashcards, I did not let the sight of other people using flashcards change the way that I was going to retain the information. I actually stuck to my style of studying, which was outlining and making attack outlines and checklists, all those familiar tools that you've gotten used to while studying for exams here at Northwestern. Sometimes it meant writing the rule down multiple times on paper. Sometimes it meant writing a silly example with celebs I knew just to kind of give myself a little bit of a mental break or a sense of familiarity or some kind of a signpost to remember that rule. Or it was practicing essays and just writing rule statements to drill it in my head. There are several roads that lead to bar passage, and you have to choose the ones that work best for you. I was very intentional about taking exam condition bar exams. In the bar exam itself, you're in a huge auditorium style room. Small space, thin tables, wooden pencils only. It's very bare bones, and you have a giant screen with the clock in it. Our law school staff was really helpful in preparing us for the bar. We would have sessions where we would replicate exam conditions with the essays. I was not sitting in a private cubby. I was actually in the open floor area on a table with a normal clock, exact same pencil, so that the day of, there was no surprise, there was no shock. Everything felt very normal at that point. I constantly sought feedback. I also got some feedback with how to approach multiple choice, which really helped me push my scores.
You know how to study, you know how to study best for yourself, and believe in that. This is not the time to reinvent the wheel. You've got 10 weeks to study for the exam, and study the best way you know how to for yourself and how you got to this point.
I wish I didn't doubt myself as much. I wish I didn't let those feelings overwhelm me. You have a lot of the skills by the time you graduate to push you through bar prep. It's just about consistency, sticking to those good habits that you have, seeking active feedback, and changing your approach. It's very doable.